tell me about your handbags. Do you make them yourself?
We do. Been in business 22 years. They are all fabric. Just by choice, that's what I decided to work with. They're very functional, they're tailored, contemporary edge to them, but very practical. Zipper tops on the pieces, pockets on the inside. So they really are, it's wearable, but it's art too. I mean, it really is wearable art. They are not one of a kind, but they're limited. You know, I buy a certain amount of fabric, you know, design the bag, and once it's gone, if I can't get any more, then that's it.
I call these, each piece is a miniature sculpture designed and made to be worn. What happens with what I do, generally speaking, I see the piece at least 90% completed before I even sit down and start. You know, what really has to happen is the stone has to talk to me, and then once that, you know, when I look at it, I'll know.
I describe it as very abstract geometric creations more than anything else. And I'm just trying to do something that somebody else hasn't done before. The inspiration comes from everything in the visual world that is my visual world. So I just sort of pay attention to how different things flow together. And look at the geometry of different things and see how they interact and how they play with each other, and then you think about perspective, and you think about contrast, and you think about proportion and balance and those kinds of things.
They are all 100% cotton. They are reversible. Oh, totally. I put the fabrics together myself. There's at least 6 different printed cotton fabrics in each piece, and they're pretty much one or two of a kind. I don't, you know, make like in quantities. It was 35 years ago.
Yeah.
And I had a son. Well, I still have a son. My son and daughter, at the time, you know, taking them out in public and eating and spilling and that whole thing. Or we went to do a photo shoot once with the family, and my son soiled his clothing. So it just came into my mind. I'm also a quilter, and so I wanted the quilted look in clothing.